Live from New York, it's Ask an Engineer.
Hello everybody and welcome to another fantastic Ask an Engineer here at the old Adafruit headquarters. We're broadcasting live from downtown Manhattan where we have power and we're not flooded.
Yeah.
Yay!
It's amazing how like every week or every day it's like, wow, it's so nice to have electricity.
Like the light turns off.
Yeah, it's so nice to, yeah.
I'm Lady Ada, I'm the engineer. With me is Phil.
Hello.
He's on camera control, Becky's on special assignment.
Yeah, she's in the chat.
But she's in the chat, so that's cool. She's here in spirit.
Yeah. And George is doing recording audio.
Yay! We have all sorts of fun stuff on this show today, and it is a little bit echoey because there's not a lot of stuff in here.
Yeah.
We know. Please don't tell us.
Yeah, we don't really have any possessions. It's kind of cool.
We do have like one EE bench. You can see my scope.
Yeah.
Over there. Yeah.
All right. On tonight's show, the code is Cyber Monday. We're going to give you guys a few extra days. Cyber Monday.
Cyber Meow Day.
Come with me if you want to save. We were nominated for the 3rd Annual Streaming Awards. We'll give you details about all that and more.
We're streaming right now, in case you're wondering.
The show is going to go over some of the shipping and deadlines.
Yes.
We've got show and tell, a Thanksgiving message, big ol' Hack Friday, gigantic event that started up this week.
Is this the 1st annual Hack Friday?
Second annual.
Second annual Hack Friday. Okay.
We'll have some news around the web about maker businesses, something from our jobs board. The end of the series for our How to Start a Hackerspace was this week. It was awesome. We'll have mailbag, scenes from Adafruit Manufacturing, wearable Wednesdays, cool and interesting things from 3D Thursday, an update for Circuit Playground, gift guides galore. Finally, I got to use galore today. I've been waiting.
Galore.
We have some interesting stuff from Making Monday. We've got a video. We've got some cool stuff from Pi Day. We've got new products. Tons and tons of interesting things.
Including giraffes.
We got some top secret stuff.
Ooh.
We're going to answer your questions. We're going to have a trivia question. We're going to have all that and more.
And a cyber cat.
Sarah Connor. All on Ask an Engineer. Okay, so we're back.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, there's this holiday thing, and like if you're a retailer or an e-tailer, you have to have sales, and we like having sales.
We have sales every week.
We do it on Ask an Engineer. We're going to talk about the big event that John Janier helped put together, and some other folks who did some cool stuff. But we thought we'd give everyone watching tonight a little bit of a heads up. So we are going to have a Cyber Monday sale, and the code is Cyber Monday, and that's MOSFET poking out of a box as a cyber cat. So yeah,
is that what that is?
Yeah, and so. We sent him back in time.
Yeah.
The first time, he's trying to get rid of Sarah Connor. Second time,
I thought he was just trying to get into the catnip box.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah. And so the Terminator movies are great because you can keep doing them over and over again. There's no end to them.
Yeah.
Kind of a perfect movie.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's our code. So we'll give everyone a heads up. This is 10% off everything that's in stock right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. So
if it's in stock, you can get 10% off.
Yeah. And so let's just go over before we hop into the show and tell. So these are the shipping. This is the shipping information that everyone should be aware of. As the holidays approach, we want to go over these because we get asked this a lot. So postal service, like first class, international, everything. It's going to be tough to get it by like Christmas, but go ahead and try. I mean, it's first class international can take up to 30 days, so always keep them on. Express mail, you'll get it. For the U.S., UPS ground, you get till December 14th. UPS 3-day, December 19th. UPS 2nd day, December 20th. UPS overnight, you have until Tuesday the 21st. And UPS international, basically. You might,
17th or something.
Yeah, you might want to try the 17th, but that's our shipping schedule for this year. Make sure you check the shipping section on Adafruit.com because UPS has their special rules. One example is this Friday, which was yesterday. 3-day select doesn't deliver, and
it's not considered an express service.
Yeah, and so 99.999% of our customers knew that, but we contacted a few and we made sure that they knew that even though 3-day select fell on a Friday, it's not going to be delivered till Monday. So there's all sorts of rules. UPS, they do an okay job of letting people know, but it's like in a PDF on the site, and like it's not really just like kind of the front page, which would be kind of nice. So we put it on our site. So Okay. Anyways, that's our shipping stuff for this this holiday season, and we'll go over that again and again and again. Let's hop to the show and tell real quick. Oops. The show and tell this week. We do the show and tell every week.
Okay, today we
Yeah.
had a marshmallow makey.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, an NES makey and a
Yeah,
marshmallow.
we're going to show the marshmallow thing in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. There's an NES controller that had a busted 4017, and he replaced it with a makey. So he's got like now.
So an NES controller on top of a makey to use it as a controller.
It's
Very
kinda
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
We also had brushless DC motor controller load. So that's Oleg's project.
Yeah.
He cut out a little bit, but basically he took one motor and he shorted it. And what that causes is a back EMF like fighting load, and that's actually a really easy way to have a safe load for a motor. The faster it tries to spin, the more it tries to fight. So it's a good way to test your brushless motor controller. He was doing 50 amps.
That's a fun hack.
Yeah, it's a fun hack. I haven't actually done any brushless motor controlling, but I one day I probably will. He's probably making a scooter or something. I don't know.
We had Ken, and he was using the Web IDE and the PyScope.
Yeah, PyScope code that K-Town wrote, and he was using that to learn about LDRs, light dependent resistors.
Yeah.
And he had his lovely assistant, and they were checking out stuff around the house.
Yeah, they're pointing lasers and a TV remote control. Cool stuff.
Yeah, cool stuff.
And then we also had Chris.
Chris Courtright.
Yeah.
With an update on his snowblower bot.
Yeah, Chris is working on a Raspberry Pi snowblower, and it looks like Johnny 5. So right after.
Well, like almost all robots end up looking like Johnny 5. They have any kind of vision system.
Yeah. If we ever meet aliens, I wonder what their robots look like. I want to know what their pets are, and I want to know what their robots look like. Anyways. So the cool thing about Chris's project is he's kind of using all of like the Adafruit stuff, and he's using his like heavily modified 3D printer, and he's documenting.
Yeah, and he said he was freaking out when his 3D printer died. It was like an emotional thing for him.
Yeah, well, who would have thought just a few years ago not having a computer or internet connection would be the end of the world? But it is, Like now, 3D printers are becoming, for a lot of people, a necessity for what they want to do every day.
Yeah.
So that was really neat. So he's gonna share some updates later on. And was everybody? We didn't write it down this week. I think that was everybody. Right?
That was everybody.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to tell everybody how to be on the show and tell?
Super easy. Go to the Adafruit Google Plus page. That's plus.google.com/+Adafruit. And look for the post every week we do saying, comment here if you want to be added to the show and tell circle. Comment there, we'll add to the circle, and then every week you'll get an invite and you'll be able to show up any week you want with a project.
Yeah. Participants on the show and tell will get a As Seen on the Show and Tell sticker. Make sure you let us know that you've been on the show and tell, and we will send you out a show and tell sticker.
Words were prohibited.
What were prohibited?
Sorry, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Next up,
it was Thanksgiving.
It was, and we had some tasty turkey treats.
Yeah, hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Just real quick, we had a Thanksgiving message. Lady Ada.
I know. Do I have to read this now?
No, you don't have to read the thing.
Okay, it's long.
It's long, but I just want to ask you, what are you thankful for this year?
Well, one, I'm really thankful that we made it to Sandy.
Yeah.
Because that was a really trying thing, and I'm very thankful that not a lot of people, who work for us had problems. The people who did have problems, they got them solved.
Yeah.
It's a crisis, it's a real crisis, and so that was a really big deal.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad for the Adafruit family. We all stuck together and we worked together, and it was really heartwarming.
Yeah. I'm really thankful for all the customers and community and everybody out there that has really supported us over the years. And when things are going great, it's very easy for everyone to support you. But when there's a crisis or something, that's when you can tell. Yeah. And everybody supported us. Everyone.
Yeah, we didn't ship for a week, and I was just like, every night I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, we can't even check our email, or what's going to happen? We don't have email, we don't have internet. And but everyone was really understanding, and we only had to cancel a couple orders. Most people understood that there was. We were underwater.
Yeah, we're still kind of recovering, inventory and stock, and just getting kind of back up to speed. We just moved into our factory. All of our plans to show everybody the Adafruit factory, a little bit delayed. Don't worry, we're going to get to it. But I'm really thankful for everything that's been going on in the DIY electronic community, because it's not driven by companies, it's driven by people. Yeah. And it's really neat to see how we're all kind of doing this together. Yeah. And it makes me think that no matter what happens, as long as we all stick together, we can actually pull it off. Yep. So awesome maker community.
Yay!
Yeah, so that was our Thanksgiving. Now
that was Thursday, and then on Friday we hacked it out.
Yeah, Friday is interesting. So Hacked Friday was something that John Janier started last year. So he had these photos on his site, and he was saying, and basically the theme was there are no lines at the workbench. And Hack Friday was this like big effort that we wanted to see get out there. And the idea is a week before Friday, maybe DIY electronics companies and everyone would say, hey, we'll do the sale the week before. That way on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, instead of going to the mall and getting trampled for like a $5 waffle iron, you can stay home with your friends and family, or just by yourself, which is a lot of fun, and you can just make something. And then,
print some stuff.
And then at the end of the day, everyone posts photos or blog posts or whatever, and they put pound Hack Friday.
I like it when people are like, I stayed home with my family and like we did science experiments together, we built stuff together. Because it's cool, it's like you have a full Friday to sit around and build junk.
Yeah. So I think, I think this is going to be a big deal. And last year we just had a couple posts. This year, the entire day, and people were tagging their stuff on Twitter and putting up photos. What's neat about technology is we're starting to see how easy it is for anybody with any device to upload a photo. Yeah. Now, if it was just photos of what you're eating and photos of like your cat, that's one thing. But photos of stuff you're making is getting easier and easier. In our own app, we have our iPhone, iPad app. We have a show and tell feature where you can take a photo and send it up. But lots of stuff from Instagram, lots of stuff on Flickr, lots of stuff on Google+, lots of stuff on Facebook. So look around and look for Pound Hack Friday. So here's a tour of some of the things. And I also want to do a shout out. Eric and his team, Eric wrote the Hackerspace series. Yeah. He did a really cool thing called hackfriday.com. And it's a site that aggregates all of the things on Hack Friday. So you can go there right now. And one of the things I want to talk to him about is, wouldn't it be neat is let's start the efforts in like a few months to make this a big deal next year. Yeah. But also, maybe every month there could be one Friday where we have a Hack Friday. And after that, maybe every week.
Maybe it can be the first Friday of the month.
Maybe one day there could be a hack a day. Anyways, I want to start off with a little short video because this is one of my favorite projects. I like Star Trek Next Generation. Right?
Yeah, you think you're like Picard or something.
No, I'm not. Who would I identify with?
Riker.
Yeah, I like the time traveler guy. Who can like do time travel. Anyway.
The Traveler?
Yeah, the Traveler.
You thought the Traveler was really weird.
He was a little weird, but like, I don't know. So, anyways.
I don't want to be Troy.
Yeah. So the one of my favorite episodes. There's a character that is known for their strategy, and he challenges Data to a game. And he has this cool interface thing. So someone made their own version.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got a video.
All right, let me see this thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So like what, Data had to like play a game of Snake?
Well, no, it was like a multi-dimensional round thing, and then eventually Data did a draw, and it was kind of neat. I'll show. It's on Netflix. We can see it later. John Janier planted some garlic.
That's good.
Yeah, and so I wanted.
You plant it in the winter, before the winter?
I've never grown garlic.
I don't know.
Yeah,
he's before winter now.
He's in the chat. And then next up, we've got
Billy.
Yeah, kid coloring from the Adafruit coloring book.
Yeah, stay home and color.
Then we've got all this stuff here, and I'm just going to go through these. These are just like really big overviews.
Whoa, a wall.
Yeah, everyone was making
7
stuff.
segments.
These are just ones
3D
that
printed things.
Yeah, these are ones that I pulled
Lol
from
shields.
the Pound Hack Friday tag.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Blinkies.
People just building
Super
stuff.
blinkies. A loft.
Yeah.
Nice necklaces and earrings and
LCDs. This one was kind of neat.
What is that?
Yeah, someone had an old circuit board and they just put jewels on it. Yeah,
that looks cool.
It's really beautiful.
I would like electronic stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, some NFC stuff.
Yeah, this is a Bluetooth NES homemade controller. It's really neat. And then Builder released a bunch of cool tutorials.
Yay!
And then there's this cool robot head thing.
Head.
So yeah, anyways, that's Hack Friday.
There was a lot. Go check out the blog if you want to read more about these heads and 3D printers and dual electronics.
And unless something catastrophic happens, we're going to be around for a very long time doing this. And so next year, we're going to try to enlist more people, make this a big holiday, and maybe we'll reach out to mainstream media outlets, and we'll talk about turning Hack Friday into a real holiday. And I think there could be some fun contrast between everyone lining up at Best Buy and everything just to get a discount for something that probably isn't even that discounted anyways.
Yeah.
And spending time making something and then sharing it at the end of the day.
I thought some people were like, I'm just get some woodworking done. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I always like to do some woodworking.
Let's get to some news. We're doing pretty good on time here today. Here's the big news of the week. Adafruit kind of broke the story on the Adafruit blog when we saw this. 3D Systems announced that they're going to that they filed a suit against Formlabs and Kickstarter. Kickstarter.
Interesting.
So we always knew. I mean, this is my. I'll just go ahead and say now that it's happened, I can because I didn't want to talk about it before. I always knew 3D Systems was going to be the one that ultimately sued people.
Sure, they talk about all they talk about is patents.
Yeah, they're very big. They keep acquiring companies, and they just seem to me like this is going to be the one that's going to end up suing folks.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just see which one it is. The replicator technology, the RepRap stuff, is based on really old tech. So it's extrusion technology and all that. And basically, those patents are probably like, if they were around, they're gone.
They're long gone.
Formlabs uses like might be one patent. They don't say which one.
They do say which one.
No, they said it might be one of them.
No, they posted which one.
Oh,
it's in the suit.
Oh, is that the?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a cure. It's one about curing multiple layers.
Right, and that one, the one that I saw, that one expires in 2013.
That's right.
And so
14.
14. Yeah. So the thing that I thought was interesting is that Formlabs isn't shipping yet, so they don't really know if they're violating that patent. Really?
Well, they can determine based on, they can see Formlabs and they can guess. I mean, a suit is partially to determine whether or not they're.
Yeah, and then.
But also, does Formlabs have the money to go to court over this?
Yeah, so they're venture funded. They have, I think, maybe $3 or $4 million altogether. Plus, they have their Kickstarter money. And we had the founder of Kickstarter, not Kickstarter, Formlabs, right here, David, and. I thought it was interesting that if it was just well, maybe there's this patent issue with Formlabs, then courts will figure this out. It takes years. Usually ends up settlement and licensing and all that stuff. But instead, 3D Systems decided to add Kickstarter to the suit. So basically they're saying Kickstarter, because you're helping sell something that maybe violates our patent, we're going to add you to the suit too.
Yeah.
So I think they should just go full on crazy lawsuit, and they should add Amazon Payments because they're facilitating payments. They should add the MIT Media Lab because that's where this came out of. Well, they should add the venture funding companies.
But here's the thing is, well, first off, venture funders actually have it in their term sheet that they're not liable for any patent infringement. That's the entry number 4 of the term sheet. But the thing about Kickstarter, I almost understand why they put Kickstarter in, because Kickstarter actually does curate what they put in.
Sure, they choose what it is.
It's not like a.
They're not going to do due diligence on every single one, though.
But they do. They do due diligence. Not good due diligence, but they do look at them. They don't let everything through. You have to be approved.
They don't.
And then they go through it, and then there's a couple of things you have to sign off on.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe in the future, one of those things will be like, are you aware that you're violating patents? And if you do violate patents, we'll not be liable. But Amazon Payments, they don't. There's no diligence for Amazon Payments. It's just a credit card processor. They're just a service provider. Yeah. Kickstarter is not a service provider. They're not the same as like S3 or Google. Yeah. The Kickstarter actually goes. They choose which ones to make live. So it kind of makes sense a little bit to name them.
So here's my prediction: the Kickstarter thing is just going to get dropped. They're going to that.
They'll probably drop Kickstarter.
It's going to get dropped. I think it's absolutely ridiculous to add Kickstarter in there, even if it had a patent. It has nothing to do with Kickstarter. It just doesn't. It doesn't, but I just don't know if Kickstarter has anything in their terms of service for the Kickstarterees that they're not liable for any patents. Like if somebody came to us with a kit and that kit was violating the patent and we just resold the kit, we would be liable. Yeah. But we didn't design it. Yeah. But we're selling it. No, I understand.
But they get, if Best Buy is selling something that violates a patent, they get named in the suit. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. And again, we're not even sure if they're violating this patent at all. I mean, it's not shipping.
Yeah. It's interesting how ahead of the shipment this is happening. The Formlabs is not shipping. They're not shipping.
It's actually a good time. I mean, better to be better to be sued now than to be sued when you actually have 10,000 items out in the public.
Anyways, this is
they can still change the design.
This is really neat. This is the start of what I think is going to be the 3D patent wars, and we'll see how it goes. And now Kickstarter's added. I did not expect Kickstarter to be kind of dragged into this. So we'll see. Kickstarter has a bunch of money too, so that'll be.
They do have a lot of money.
Yeah, I wonder if Kickstarter's going to have a Kickstarter to kickstart their legal fund.
No, they have a lot of funding. I think, and they have a lot of lawyers.
Yeah. So
actually having Kickstarter on your side is better, right, than having.
Sure. No, that's why I said they should pile up more. Amazon and others like 3D Systems, go for it. Add more. Sue more.
Okay.
Anyways, so that's the big news. We have a new feature on the Adafruit site, Maker Business Mondays. You are going to be speaking at a conference, January 22nd, 23rd, the Women's Entrepreneur Festival at ITP. Check out the details on the Adafruit blog. Next up, there's a really cool article, The Genius of Starting a Company Without Venture Capital. And Adafruit did not have no funding.
That's right.
You built this one kid at a time. Mm-hmm. That's the slogan. So we're going to try to kind of have a business beat on the site.
Sure.
And
we have already.
We've always had it, but now we have an official category. It's called Maker Business.
Okay.
And we're going to try to keep track of all the cool things, not only the behind-the-scenes stuff that we do as a business as Adafruit, but also what's going on out there. There's a lot of money being thrown at maker-like companies. We want to keep track of that. So we have like Chris Anderson's company. Chris Anderson left Wired. Now he's doing 3D robotics. And he got funding. That was a neat story that we posted up. You know, the pull for running a maker business right now is so big that a lot of people are going for it, which is really neat. Next up, job board this week. NYU has a instructor position. Check it out. We have adafruit.com/jobs. So if you're looking for talent, or if you have talent and you're looking for a cool company to work for, we have a really good matchmaking ratio there. We usually find great people for companies, and companies usually find great people because it's makers that are out there. Next up, our 7-part series on hackerspaces wraps up this week.
Yep.
Eric did a great job. Got packet from mailbag. We have one quick mailbag this week. This came in from a customer. Hey guys, I just got my blue wire purchase, and I want to thank you so much for putting my perfection aside. I greatly appreciate everything you do for me. Thank you, Sean. All right.
He really wanted that switch, huh?
He really wanted that switch. Next up, we're doing a new feature. This is manufacturing. So we have a tag now, Pound Manufacturing, and it's scenes from the new Adafruit factory. And all the stuff that we're doing, and it's our production and fabrication staff showing all the stuff they're making. So these are little screens.
Yes, we have to test them.
Yeah, I have to touch each one.
We test each one.
And this is James. He's fantastic.
Go, James.
And last week we had Andy, and he was doing the Flora tester.
Yep.
Speaking of Flora, we had Wearable Wednesdays, which is part of a new series we kicked off. Becky is cranking away at some cool Flora stuff. And then every Wednesday we have some stuff that we think is just interesting in the world of wearables. So this was kind of, this was a reading light octopus hat.
Yes.
I thought that was kind of neat.
I like that it's an octopus.
Some EL hoodies. I really like this because it's very Blade Runner-like. The EL is part of it, but it's not there for no good reason. And this is what it looks like when it's really dark, and these are all the people wearing hoodies.
It's kind of a chunky EL. It's
yeah,
nice.
I like it. And then here is some photos from the Little Bits launch event, and they were doing some cool stuff with EL. Little Bits have a new version. We'll have it in the store very soon. And then our friend Mike Guesty has a Flora, and he's sewn it into his shirt, and it has the GPS. So it's right in the lapel area, and then the Flora is sitting off to the side. Next up, another feature we have is 3D Thursday, and Matt has some cool photos and some posts about the 3D printing booth at the new MakerBot store in New York City. So you can go there, get your head scanned, and print it out there, or they send you like a really high-res one in the mail. I think it's like $5 or something. Really cool. We're living in a very interesting time where you can go and get a 3D print of your head.
I only do heads.
Yeah. I only do eyes. Also this week, there's a new minor update to Circuit Playground, our iPhone and iPad app. This update has increased show and tell photo sizes on non-retina devices, improved UI's functionality for the show and tell module, and fixing correct scrolling height for pinouts module. The app is rock solid. We're working on a major new cool feature and thing for Circuit Playground. Circuit Playground is $2.99, but you get a free code for $2.99 in the Adafruit store, and we have lots of cool stuff in store, so do get it. Also, gift guides. So this week, we've been cranking away gift guides. The entire Adafruit team has been super busy. We have Arduino shields in the gift guides. We've got the Adafruit wearables gift guide, 2012, all investing in wearables. Blinky. We've got the apps guide, and there's a really cool app called Electrodroid. So all the folks who want a really cool app that's kind of like Circuit Playground for the Android, check out Electrodroid, and we also go through all of our apps that we really like. And then we have kits you can make and give.
Very nice to meet kids.
Yeah, and last up, and do take a look at this one. John Henier did an awesome gift guide for photography.
Yeah, he's a super photo.
Yeah, he's a photographer.
Yeah.
And John Henier is working with us right now in our photo area, and then John Henier will be doing a lot more with Adafruit soon.
Yeah.
That'll be a big announcement. Next up, we have Makey Monday. And Makey is one of the products we carry from Jay Silver and
You
Joy
can make
Labs.
a banana.
And we have a
Banana
quick video. This is from Guillermo. He did a really cool project, and I wanted to show it.
It's a pie Makey marshmallow.
Yeah, so here it is.
So what's better than playing with your marshmallow entertainment system? That's right, you got it. Playing with our actual marshmallows. As you can see these little guys over here. And that's a Makey over there. So let's try this out. Press this guy over here. You can jump. Yeah, there you go. Well, isn't that just fun and delicious? So the best part of actually playing with real marshmallows is that after you're done playing, you can eat them. Goodbye. So
Okay.
It's kind of adorable.
Yeah, it was super cute. So that was using a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
And then a Makey for the keyboard. Very cool.
Yeah.
So super cool. And using marshmallows to control it. So it's a combination of
so cute.
Makey and then Pi Day, which we do every Friday. So Pi Day this week we had like a ton of posts. Matt did a fantastic job on our blog. This is neat. Younger and younger kids playing around with Raspberry Pis. This was one of my favorite projects this week. This was this little drawbot that uses a Raspberry Pi. And then we have 2 videos. This one uses Adafruit stuff, so we're going to watch that. Okay.
So I like these projects that are just like they're using just a Pi, but then they take it to the next level by like, you know, it emails you or like takes a webcam shot.
Yeah, I like kind of our slant on it, which is taking a Pi and doing stuff in the physical world and getting all the cool electronics to do really interesting things with physical computing. And the web-based IDE is one way to do it. Occidental is our operating system that we have for the Raspberry Pi, and then also all of the accessories. Really neat stuff that people are doing. For $35, an internet-connected appliance, basically. You can do anything with it. So we have 2 more things. One, on Pi Day, there was a really big thing that just came up. This is the new camera, and we'll have more information soon. We just...
we have no information other than... we have all the information you do. So
here's a video that the Pi team just posted up, and RS was showing this off at a trade show. So here's what the new Raspberry Pi camera does and looks like.
So over here we have our Raspberry Pi camera. So this is a 1080p, 30 frames per second, 5 megapixel camera. It plugs into the CIS header on your Raspberry Pi board. And if you look over here, you can see the video coming through. We've been doing the world's first live demo of the camera today at Electronica. The camera, yeah? So this is the camera here, displaying here. This is one one of our colleagues, showing you how good the quality is to playing the game.
Okay. So that's the camera. We'll have more information as soon as it's available for shipping and purchasing. We'll have
I don't
it.
even have one.
Yeah, we have one.
I don't know anything about this, but I have seen. I saw a broken one once, so I know they exist at least in a broken form.
Yeah. A couple quick bits of housekeeping. Don't forget the code is Cyber Monday. I cut and paste the wrong date because I had it from my text file from like last week. So it doesn't expire until 11:59 on Monday, 11:26. But you should use it now. You have tonight and tomorrow. Don't forget. And Cyber Monday, 10% off everything in the store. Also, here's some big news. Adafruit is part of the nominations for the 3rd annual Streaming Awards. And Streaming Awards are for live streaming sites. And we are now in year 3 of Ask an Engineer. We do this live.
We're going on 4th year.
Yeah, we're gonna be 4 years next year around October.
Yeah.
Like basically August-ish, but like October is when we decided that was the date.
Yeah.
So here's what you can do if you want to see Ask an Engineer celebrated and encourage us to keep this up. Go on our website. We have a post about this, and you can vote just by tweeting. And you just have to tweet, I'm nominating #ask_and_engineer at Adafruit for the best DIY How series at Streamies, and it has a little URL. Check out the website. If you're on Twitter, please do that. That helps, and that would be really cool, because then we could say the longest running award-winning live streamed
Engineering DIY show.
Yeah, engineering DIY show.
Are there any other DIY shows?
The DIY ones are more like craft oriented and more cooking oriented. There aren't any live right now. There aren't any live electronic stream shows.
Yeah.
So the competition there's just, I think, Gus, if you just did electronic shows.
Yeah.
At this time, I think the EEV vlog.
That's not streamed.
He records it. I don't know if he does the Ustream stuff anymore.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So, anyways, if you guys can vote, we'd really appreciate that.
Yes, please vote.
Okay, so let's get on to new products. New product time.
Yeah, we have some new products this week.
We got some new products this week. We've got eggs.
Eggs. Also Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
Yeah, we upgraded the Eggbot. We used to carry the Eggbot Classic, and then Lenore, even my time, was like, people really like the deluxe kit more, and I was like, really? Okay. So now we carry the deluxe kit instead, and it's a little more expensive, but it comes with more stuff. It has like an egg coupler. It has these really nice brass turny things, and it has a different, like an engraver holder. I'm trying to remember exactly what it has, but if you check out the product page for the Eggbot, it does describe what comes in the new deluxe Eggbot kit.
Okay, next up, we're very pleased.
Ornament bot kit.
We're very pleased about this. This has been a long time coming. We have OpenBeam.
Yay!
What is OpenBeam, Lady Ada?
OpenBeam is a 15 by 15 millimeter aluminum extrusion kit. And it has some cool stuff about it. I will be carrying more different types of extrusion, but I want to start out with this. This is a good introductory level sort of robotics and building and DIY extrusion. So the cool thing about this extrusion is, first off, it has a little open source hardware logo in it. You can kind of see.
Oh, look at that.
But
It's a nice logo.
That's a nice logo you designed. Okay.
No, I didn't design the open source hardware logo.
Well, it's actually the OSI logo.
Yeah, the OSI logo maybe.
So most extrusions, and you need special hex nuts for, or like special like T-nuts, what they're called. But this has a really large gap specifically so that you can slide a hex nut in. So you can use low-cost connectors. Like you don't have to get special parts. You just use these are like M2 or M3 or something screws. So screws and hex nut. I think you can probably maybe even use 440s. I'm gonna have to check that out. But this pack does come with 100 of each, and it also comes with these really neat plates. And so you can bolt these plates together. And let's go through all the different plates. There's you get like a whole mess load of these T plates, and so you can make T shapes. And then we have a lot of angle plates, like tons of angle plates. We got like 25 angle plates. So you got angle plates and T plates, and this allows you to create all sorts of shapes. And then you also get a big assortment of sizes of the pre-cut extrusion. So you can actually build a lot of projects without even having to cut this stuff. And you get a lot of connectors as well, and a key. So the way this stuff works is pretty simple. You grab a hex nut, and you, I'll take two, and then you slide them in, and they kind of slide perfectly. if you get them at the right angle. And then they're captured inside, so you can see they can slide back and forth, and they're captured. And then you take the plate, and then I'm going to have to. You can't see over there, so I have to do this over here, and then I'll bring it back. You put the screw over it, and then you can torque it down, and so now it's connected. And then you can take another screw. Oops. And then you should drop your stuff all over the place.
What's that?
Hold on, I'll grab another one. I'll just pick that up. You can attach another one and torque it down. And then you can have rigid shapes made out of 15 by 15. And then you can attach onto any side, because all 4 sides have this slot shape in it. So extrusions usually come in 20 millimeter by 20 millimeter dimensions or greater, and this is a fairly small 15 by 15 millimeter, which makes it good for small robotics and such.
Yeah, and in addition to having it in
clear coat, we also have it in black anodized.
Yeah, we have it in Adafruit black.
There's another hex nut.
Yeah, we'll find those later.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep moving right along. On the other side of things, there's metal, and then there's cardboard. So these are gigantic kinetic creatures. They're really big, as you can see. They're they're there compared to people. We have elephants, and we have giraffes, and we have rhinos, and
they're super cute.
They're super cute. They're fun to build.
And they're large.
They're really, they're really big.
They're not like teeny little folding things. They're big enough that they're actually toys. Like the giraffe one is really big.
Yeah, and one of the cool things is we also got the motor kit that propels them. So I wanted to show 2 quick videos. One is what they are, and then 2, someone's already done a cool hack with a motion sensor, proximity.
Yeah, it's a proximity sensor. I think it's to an Arduino, but there's actually no real information.
Yeah, but anyways, on to the video.
Check that out.
So here's the video of these little creatures.
Kinetic creatures are walking cardboard animals that you build from a tab and slot kit. There's Ellie, Rory, and Gino.
Each creature takes a complex mechanical linkage and makes it accessible through an easy assembly and a charismatic form. The kinetic creatures come alive with a simple mechanical movement. They can also walk on their own with a gear kit. The insides are an open platform for your own inventions too, with Lego, Arduino, and more. This is our gear assembly, which you can build from a kit. When you receive your kinetic creature, all of the building instructions will be on our website, where we'll walk you through the process of building your animal step by step.
Kinetic Creatures encourages people to build and share, and we want to get them into your hands, and into the hands of makers, builders, and art students. Thanks so much.
Okay.
That's why they're cardboard, so you can draw on them.
Yeah, and also, you can draw on, paint on them, add LEDs, do all sorts of cool stuff. They're really big, they're really beautiful. Cool couple that makes them out in Washington. And then here's a neat thing that someone did with a computer with these. So check that out. So that'd
be a cute project to do with a micro, like having it standalone, because if it was light enough and small enough, you could tuck it in there.
Yeah.
And then the sensor would just detect when there's a hand and it would walk towards it. That would be so cool.
So we have some Raspberry Pi related products. So we put them in the section here. We've got this header,
Yeah.
Talk about this?
Yeah, sure. So this is a special custom header that we actually have, and I'll show it with the LCD shield. So we made this LCD plate, which I'll be showing later, and this plugs into the Raspberry Pi. But the problem is that this only uses 2 pins, but it takes up the entire header is connected. So what are you going to do? Well, with this extra long connector, you see it's first off it's extra tall because you need that for the Pi, and then the pins are extra long as well. And so even when you have this installed, you can take like a GPIO cable or your cobbler, and you can just plug it in. Hold on, let me line up the pins. I'm always off by 1. So you can plug that in, and then you can connect without having to do any kind of funky wiring. And you can also, if you have a proto plate, you can stack that underneath as well.
Yeah.
So it's a fun little part, simple part, but also
super handy, super useful. Next up, we've got these great board holders. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. These are like board edge holders. I'll show these on the dish actually, because they're white, so they're kind of hard to show. So if you see here, I'm gripping onto this Raspberry Pi with these little white little nylon pieces, and on the back there's these screws, and they're just this number 6 thread forming screws. You have to get thread forming screws. You have to have these plastic bitey screws to really bite into them. And on the nylon bit, there's this kind of round hook. It's kind of a strange shape, but it's designed so that you can grip it from the edge or from a corner. And it takes up very little space, so you don't have to worry about it running into any components and shearing them off. As long as you just pick a spot that has, like a couple millimeters of space.
Yeah.
So the Raspberry Pi doesn't have any mounting holes, but this allows you to.
Yeah. Well, the new ones have mounting holes, but there's hundreds of thousands of people with the older ones, so that's great. Can this do other type of circuit boards besides the Raspberry Pi?
It can do any circuit board that has a standard 1/16 of an inch thickness.
Oh, that's very handy.
Yeah, any circuit board. And people were asking us for them. So they come in a pack of 4, and you get the screws as well, because you do need these special screws.
Yeah.
And then you just drill a hole, and then you can attach anything, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, I think this is going to be extremely useful for tons of things for people that are doing electronics and need to mount a board to something.
Sometimes you just don't have mounting holes on a board, or you design something you forget to, and you still need to attach it.
Yeah.
This provides you a solution.
Okay, we have look at this. We've got these beautiful RGB LCD keypad
Pi
plates, and I just wanted to show some of the photos. They're gorgeous. And this is going to be a lot of fun. So this plugs right into a Raspberry Pi, and we're going to do a demo in a second. But look at that,
I took a lot of photos.
Pi plate with keypad. So do you want to show this on the?
Sure.
Want to do a demo? Hey,
okay. So yeah, you just saw this. So this is the one I built. Hold on, let me just get this nice and centered. So yeah, I have this connected, and I have some code running on it. I have this example code from the library, and I have it so that there's these 5 buttons down here. You can press these buttons, and they will change the backlight to be, red, green, blue, purple, or white. And this is the RGB negative. Here's the contrast pot. Here is the I2C converter. So this plate allows you to control the character LCDs. These are really popular, and because they're so bright and they're easy to use, and just display any message you want on them. But it only takes 2 pins instead of requiring like the 8, 9 pins that you would normally require for one of these LCDs. And there's not a lot of GPIO available on the Pi, so we made one of these for the Arduino, and it was so popular we thought, well, we would make one for the Pi as well. So that's kind of neat. So we have some code for this for Python, and you can turn this into a project that alerts you, or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Lets you know when there's something going on.
All right. Someone wants to know, will this work with the micro?
This one is just for the Pi.
Yeah.
We do have an Arduino version, and you should use that. There's some extra components required for the Arduino.
Are there any ESD issues using acrylic slab for the boards? It's really dry in Colorado.
For the
I think
holders?
for the holders, yeah.
The holders, they stand off the board. It doesn't touch acrylic.
Ah, okay. That's great. All right, and then we have a new product.
Oh, it's updated.
Yeah, updated product. Sorry.
This is the version 2 of the thermocouple amplifier. We just added some ferrites on there and a capacitor to make it a little more stable. It wasn't in the data sheet, but it was in the app note. So always read the app note as well as the data sheet, because like tucked in the end there, they're like, oh, don't forget, you should probably put ferrites on there. So this will help people get better stability readings.
Yeah. And what type of platforms can people use this for?
We have code for Arduino, but you can use any microcontroller. It's a simple SPI output, just needs a couple digital pins, and it's 5-volt compatible, 3-volt compatible, so you can use either 5 or 3 volts. Logic and power with this, and it's good for any K thermocouple.
Okay.
K-type thermocouple.
That's great.
Not to be confused with K-town.
And for people who don't even know what a thermocouple is, when would you use that?
A thermocouple is used often for high temperature readings, because we do have like temperature sensors that are good for up to boiling, like 100 degrees C or so. These are good for 1,000 degrees C. The K-type thermocouples are for use up to 1,000 degrees centigrade. So they're very rugged sensors. We have one.
So if you had a reflow oven, would you use
if you have a reflow oven, or some people use them for smokers. Some people use them for kilns. They're making kiln. They're doing metal work. These sensors can put up with a lot of abuse. I mean, we have K thermocouples in the store that I think are good up to 650. If you want more than 650 degrees centigrade, you do have to get the more expensive thermocouples that are physically designed to withstand the temperatures without getting damaged. But the sensor itself, they can often read up to 1,000.
Okay. That was new products.
And down to like negative 500.
Boom.
Yeah, lots of new.
Okay. Real quick, everything you just saw
it's 10% off.
Is 10% off right now. It's in stock. Yeah.
And it will be also on Monday.
Use the code Cyber Monday.
Good now and Monday.
I know now why you cry. Okay. So this is the next segment. We're just going to do this really quick. It's top secret.
Ooh.
It's not out yet. Shh. Don't ask. Shh. All right. Everybody loves this web-based IDE.
Yeah, show the big
Justin
logo.
and Tyler are working on it. They've got
that's it.
some cool stuff going on. This week, we got a preview. We got a demo.
We got the demo
of the cool new thing in the web IDE. We're going to zoom into the right-hand side. So as you're typing and learning Python and editing code, look what happens.
Yeah, there's this cool visualizer. This is actually from a Python visualizer that is online, and it's awesome. And so we integrated it. So as you're writing code, you can also you can compile it. You can also step through it.
Yeah, and it goes bing, bing.
And as you step through it, you can show off stuff like this. And what I would really like to do is add GPIO state also, but I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to do that. Well, I think we'll be able to, but I think
super cool.
That's a little tougher because then you have to do kernel level stuff, whereas this is just Python eval hacking.
Yeah. And then we have one other thing that we're not going to even talk about, but this just got delivered to Adafruit. This is pretty big.
It's a big box of cardboard.
No, it's not a big box of cardboard, but it's unclear how big this box is, but we do everything to Lady Ada scale, so that's how big it is.
It's about 2/3.
Yeah, pretty gigantic, giant delivery. We'll have more information about this soon, but it's a big deal for us as a company, and it's in this box. And for the folks...
It's a dolphin.
It is that dolphin from Johnny Mnemonic, so we can finally hack the Gibson. Anyways, so we'll have more information about that. We're gonna jump right into questions.
Okay.
So
everything except stuff we can't talk about is not out yet.
All right. Engineering questions. How tall is Lady? How tall are you? That one. That's
I'm
not.
like 5'2".
Yeah, like 5'2".
5'3" if I stand.
Okay, what is the best way to make the RGB LEDs into addressable LEDs? I want to make something similar to your addressable LED strip. Is it complicated to use SPI or I2C to do it?
You can use SPI shift registers, but honestly, the chips that are used inside of the digital LED strip kind of do the best job. You should probably just use the LED strip. You can cut up into little sections.
Okay, I found several vacuum heptodes, pentodes, and triodes, and a double diode triode tube, among others. Besides radio and guitar amps, what other kind of projects can I make with them?
You can make a radio or guitar amp. I mean, like that's what you do with a tube.
Okay. Next up, is the Flora compatible with the LilyPad?
It's not the same chipset, and a lot of the accessories that are designed for the Flora, they might be able to be used with LilyPad, but the Flora and them were designed specifically to work together. So like the GPS, I don't know whether the LilyPad would support like GPS handling or not.
Next up, what size SD card should I use for the Pi?
I found a 4 gigabytes plenty. Unless you want to store videos or something.
We can see you, but you can't see us. You feel slightly creeped out. What makes you think we can't see you? Next up, I just bought a Wriggle oscilloscope. Don't know how to use it. What should I do first?
Well, there's some great tutorials. I think I posted the XYZs of oscilloscopes, which is Tektronix tutorial, and you can also just Google for XYZs of oscilloscopes. It's a fantastic documentation tutorial on how to use oscilloscope by Tektronix, and they also make really good scopes. So check that out, go through it. It'll show you how to test your scope, how to use it, how to do math equations. Almost all scopes are nearly identical, even the buttons will be in different places. You'll be able to use it.
Yeah.
And check out audio waveforms. That's the easiest thing to you turn on your stereo and your MP3 player, and you can probe the outputs of the audio.
Did you get the wristwatch PCBs in yet? Any idea of the release for the watch kit?
The PCBs are in.
We're so close to launching this watch. So close.
It's upside down.
Yeah. Well, on camera I can't tell it.
Oh, it's 10:50. Wow, we have like 9 minutes.
Yeah. So we've been wearing these around. We're probably going to try to launch.
This is a special edition blue. This isn't coming out yet. We're going to have only red to start because I only have one blue matrix sample. But hopefully we will eventually have them in all the favorite matrix colors.
Okay. What is the use of load management chips, and how can I implement them for USB?
I don't think you need a load management chip. I mean, usually that's a very specific situation. I mean, if you just want USB power, you should just grab USB power. Any
plans for a quick disconnect for the Flora? My jacket has snaps that snap right off.
We do. We're getting these really teeny snaps, and we're getting a lot of them, and they fit perfectly on the pads. And then you can solder them because they're tin plate, so they solder very nicely. And then you sew the other side of the snap, and then you just snap it off. So for people who want to be the floor is washable, but if you're I want to wash it every single day, and that's not really good for electronics, wash them every single day, you can snap stuff off.
Okay. Next up, are there any, no, got that one. Electric imp versus Ethernet shield. Different
Well, they're different. One's wireless, and it's kind of its own system, and you have to use the electric imp system, and one is just Ethernet.
Okay. Next up, what would you recommend for a junior Girl Scout Arduino project? 20 girls. Well, I mean,
each one has their own project, or together? The Internet of Things printer is a good project for a bunch of people.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You can break them into groups of 5, and they can make 4 of them.
So me personally, if it's an Arduino-based project, one of the things that I like stuff with LEDs, and to me, if it's a Girl Scout project, they're obviously into badges and things like maybe getting a micro and having some LEDs blink. We have a really cool tutorial on kind of electrifying or doing something cool with the sash. Because if it's Girl Scouts, they're doing something. By the way, we have an LED badge we're looking to have the Girl Scouts adopt. Because wouldn't that be cool if the Girl Scouts had I learned how to do electronics with LEDs. That's a fun one. Okay. Are there any pointer secrets for beginner during doing circuit designs? Beginner during
add more capacitors.
Any plans for a 3D printer kit yet?
We're checking out extrusions. We're going to have lots of different types of extrusions and extrusion connectors, and more robotics and more stepper stuff. So we're checking out what's the best available goodies out there, and we'll see if we make up parts to make a kit.
Yeah, can a power strip tail be wired into an NFC Arduino shield?
Yeah, it can. You can use any of the available IOs. You only need one pin to drive a power strip tail.
Does the ARM-based Arduino consume more power than that Mega Arduino?
Good question. Probably. Yeah, I mean, it's faster. As frequency goes up, power draw goes up. So yeah, I will assume that it does.
Okay. How can you start a hackerspace? Funny you should ask. We have an entire series.
7-part series. Yeah. You can read it. Check out the Adafruit blog and look for the How to Start Your Own Hackerspace series by Eric Mashad.
Next up, can you advise what kind of anti-static bags and foam I should use with storing all my electronics?
Any ESD bags. I mean, anything you want to find. Pink ones, silver ones, blue ones. They'll all work fine.
Let's see. I had your 7-segment voltage and current panel meters pop when I hooked them up to a WinBlue alternator hooked up to one of my steam engines. I suspect a 100-volt spike. Easy way not to have this happen. Is there an easy way for have this not to happen?
I mean, they're not really meant for high voltage spikes, especially if it's spiked above 120 volts. I think those are meant for only like 80 volts max, or some are only meant for like 30 volts max. You can put a resistor and then a zener, and that might help you avoid spikes. But I mean, if it's a high power output, you just have to be really careful.
Okay. Can you mark which shields are compatible with the Due and the Leonardo?
At this time, no shields are guaranteed to be compatible with either. We have to go through one by one and test them all, and we've been super busy.
It's a giant amount. It's a giant amount of work. Every time there's a new Arduino platform.
Everything changed, and like a lot of the pins people use are now different, and yeah. So there's no. The only thing that I know for sure works is the RGB LCD. Shield, because that came out after we had a Leonardo to test it with, and all future shields will be Leonardo compatible. Although maybe not Due compatible, because we only got a Due a couple weeks ago, and so we have some designs that are on the way. But hopefully they should work nearly off the shelf.
Yeah.
Once we get new ones designed.
Next up, we're starting engineering club at our school. However, the thing is, they want us to build something useful like robotic arms. Any ideas of where to get a good one? Well, we have a pretty good low-cost robotic arm that you can modify with an Arduino and a motor shield.
Yeah.
There's lots of resources for that. As far as useful, that's always kind of a subjective term. Like, what's actually useful? We like our robotic arm stuff because it teaches, and we think that's useful. You can modify it.
3D printer is useful to some people, but useless to others.
Yeah, and so useful is always, ask them what they mean by useful and give examples of what's useful.
Yeah.
If they want to do electronics that's useful, one could say build a bunch of Minty Boosts because you could charge your gadgets. Another person might say, well, make a TV be gone, because then you could go off and turn TVs off, because that's making public spaces more useful, not just for TVs. It all depends. Next up. Fun things to do with one's first oscilloscope.
You can make an oscilloscope clock, like you use with circuit boards or circuit kits out there to make oscilloscope clocks. It's kind of fun, like XY drawing.
Yeah.
Pong. Somebody I think made an Arduino Pong that plays with an oscilloscope.
That is cool. Christmas tree. Pong. Where's the best place to learn Python? Well, the Raspberry Pi web-based IDE is a fun start, but also Code Academy and
Learn Python the hard way.
Learn Python the hard way, and then Head First Python is supposed to be pretty good.
I think Khan might have some.
Where do I find info on the Hackerspace series? Go to adafruit.com/blog and look for the Hackerspace category. And you can also just search on Google for how to start a Hackerspace.
They'll probably take you there.
Adafruit. It goes right there. Google is very fast at indexing stuff now.
Yeah.
Okay, this will be the last question. I want a classic Mac displaying a clock, but I can't justify running the CRT 24/7. Pop out.
That's not really a question.
Well,
it's a statement.
Yeah, it's a statement. I think I know what they're saying. They want to have a classic Mac, but not use a CRT. You could, I think there's probably someone who's used a LCD instead.
Yeah.
That's a project, but it's possible. You could also do an emulator.
It won't drive it directly though. You have to do an emulator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone said, follow up, I reread the specs on those meters. Over 30 volts with 5 gauges, RTFM, my fault. That's cool. You know what? Get yourself a Blue Smoke Monster badge. Yeah. It's cool to blow up electronics once in a while. It's the only way.
Sometimes they have protection in them, but often the protection tops out at 5 volts above.
Really, really last question. Do you have any good tutorials on I2C for Raspberry Pi?
Yeah, check out learn.adafruit.com.
There it is. Okay, it is now time to remind everybody for 2 things. Number 1,
Streamy.
Vote for Adafruit on the Streamy. It's the blog post right now, adafruit.com/blog. We'd love to win this. This would be a fun thing. We've been doing this for 3 years. It'd be neat to get some votes from the wonderful audience out there. We're going to do the trivia question now. Trivia question. What's the rules, Lady Ada?
Rules are if you won this fabulous trivia question on any of the 3.5 years we've been playing this game, you cannot enter, so go and make yourself a turkey sandwich with some leftovers.
Yeah.
Everybody else, first person to type in the correct answer with spelling is the winner.
Yeah. All right.
And the prize tonight is?
The prize is going to be a version 1 Raspberry Pi. We found a couple that we had, so you will get a Raspberry Pi version 1. It's just as good as the version 2 that just came out.
It's 256 megabyte RAM.
It's the only
it
difference.
does have the mounting holes,
Love it.
but
it's brand new in the box.
It works with all of our tutorials.
Yeah, everybody wants these, so you'll have a Raspberry Pi. Here is a trivia question. So, John Janier has a Flickr page, and he uploaded his photos. What is the URL of this photo? This is what started it all last year. There are no lines of the workbench. This particular photo, you have to go and find it. First, you have to find out where he is on Flickr. Then you have to find the URL of the...
It's a lot of work.
No, it's not too hard.
Did you lose the URL? You're just having them look for it?
Yeah, they're looking for it right now. It's pretty easy to find. You just have to go to the web. And Fratter 1996, you got it. Flickr.com, photos, John Janier, 639-811-11. So this is it right here. Thank you so much. And check out John's photos that he made that started this last year.
Wow, intense. Okay,
Yeah.
be sure to email support Adafruit to claim your prize.
That's right.
Your prize is a cyber cat. No, it's not.
No, it's email support at adafruit.com. So remember, quick reminder for the next couple days, it is Cyber Monday. That's the code.
Yeah.
And then why don't you show something on the overhead real quick?
I'll press on supervisor.
Yeah.
Hello, green,
Let me,
purple, blue, to white, red, blinky, blinky, and then I'll show this watch. Oh, it's 11:01. Where's, you find the cat?
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to show?
That's it.
I can show this. No, let's show the cat.
Yeah, we gotta get out here. Okay. Here is the cat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's so dark. There's a cat shape here, trust me.
There's totally a cat. This is a cat. You can see the ears.
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
And you can also see that he can also be long. Long cat's long.
Oh yeah, it's a really long cat.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it so much. Well, he kind of likes it. He's purring.
Yeah, he's purring. The long cat is long. Okay, thank you, Becky. Thank you, George. Thank you, John Janier. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you for making this a fantastic holiday and Thanksgiving. We'll be back next week. We have a lot of cool things in store.
Don't forget to use the code.
Use the code. Vote for us on the Streamies. And we'll have some awesome new products
Next
week or so. And we're going to go to sleep. We're exhausted.
I'm tired.
Here is...
I'm playing Final Fantasy Dissidia.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. This every holiday I play a different Final Fantasy, and luckily they come up with like one every year.
Yeah. I just try to stay still, and I'm trying to get some sleep. I'm just trying to
Stillness. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, play us out.
All right. Here is your moment of Zener.